$1,478. That's how much it costs to get all these Samsung products: the phone, the earbuds, the tablet, and the watch. In today's video, I have 3 goals. Number 1, see how this budget version of the Samsung ecosystem compares to the really expensive one that I tested last week. Number 2, go to this insane Starbucks coffee shop in Seattle. Yes, we're in Seattle, it's sick. And number 3, find a hidden feature that Samsung users will love. The first part of the ecosystem is the phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy A35 5G. It is $399, and it has a 6.6-inch display that's 120 Hz, so it feels pretty quick. I'm gonna pull up Uber right now so we can call our ride to the Starbucks coffee shop. And you can see that in direct sunlight, it's pretty viewable, but it maxes out at 1,000 nits brightness, so it's definitely not as bright as the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is Samsung's most premium smartphone. And the display also has slightly thicker bezels than the S24 Ultra. All of Samsung's budget phones do, but they do a really good job of putting really bright, vibrant displays in their phones. So when they're advertising it or when you walk into the store, it's immediately alluring. And I feel like that's one of the selling points of the phone. Our Uber's a minute away. Hello. Hi. How are you? May I please have 1 cold brew trio flight? Sure. Have a great day. Thank you. This is the cold brew trio, 3 different types of cold brew. This looks so good. One of the main areas where I feel like budget phones often struggle is camera quality. So this is a camera test putting the A35 against our professional camera while I try out the cold brew. So 3 different types of cold brew here. Whiskey barrel-aged cold brew. We're gonna do the 2 other ones first. So this is just like their normal cold brew. Pretty good. I hate nitro with a passion, but got it for this video. This is the nitro one. Oh no. As bad as I remember. But this one's sick. It has like a giant ice cube. And it's unbelievable. This is one of the best cold brews I've ever had. And you can probably notice on the camera quality front that the main area where this phone struggles is dynamic range, with getting like my skin tone really good, but then also getting the background good. Even though it has that 50 megapixel camera, megapixels don't necessarily just equate to quality. And so that's like the main area in this ecosystem where I feel like you'll notice a downgrade from like the S24 Ultra. The phone is part 1 of the ecosystem. Part 2 are the earbuds. These are the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE. FE in the Samsung lineup means fan edition, and they make a lot of FE products. It basically means that they take the customer feedback and they make a cheaper version. So these are $79, and I actually think they're a hidden gem in the ecosystem. They're great. The build quality is really nice, the case is small. I listened to a lot of Torture Poets Department by Taylor Swift on these, and it's banging. A hidden feature that I feel like a lot of people don't know about is the built-in translator, where you can put these into your ears and then you can open up the translator app on your phone and have it live translate what people are saying. It kind of feels like what the Humane Pin wanted to be, but in an earbud form. These feel like a really awesome part of the ecosystem. Even though they're cheaper, they still have a lot of their value. The other element of the Samsung ecosystem is actually the software ecosystem and how they all work together. So you have things like Quick Share that allows you to quickly send photos, kind of reminiscent of AirDrop. And then you also have Find My, which will allow you to locate a device if it's lost, but just like Apple's Find My, it will also ping off the devices in the area. And so in a dense city like Seattle, if you lose something, tons of people have Samsung devices, and that will help you geolocate exactly where you are. Also, we're in Seattle because of AT&T, so our next stop for the day is going to their design lab to see how they actually test and certify devices. And I use AT&T a lot for a lot of the devices that I review. It powers the connectivity for them. They have 5G. Yesterday, we went to the deep forest in Washington to see their cell phone towers, and I learned a lot. I got to meet with their engineers to actually learn about how the technology works to give the phones fast capability, and I also got to try out true 5G for the first time ever. We had over 1,000 download. It was wild. The next part of the ecosystem is the tablet. This is the Tab S9 Plus FE edition, so it's $599. In the last ecosystem video, I tried out the Tab S9 regular version. The FE gets a worse display that's not as bright or as high resolution, but you got a lot of the fundamentals of what makes a Samsung tablet, really thin design, a big display with thin bezels, and then their software. So tablets are kind of a dying market a little bit. I feel like their utility is a little bit less defined than other types of products. Like the phone makes a lot of sense, obviously. The laptop makes a lot of sense, obviously. And the tablet is kind of a nice to have over a need to have. But I know a ton of artists that use it to sketch things out or read books or watch movies on long flights. And right now we're at a park, and I could definitely see daydreaming and sketching. So It's a pretty decent tablet, especially for the price. The FE lineup from Samsung in general is really interesting. And I think what's cool about checking out the budget products from Samsung is that it shows us exactly where their priorities are, like what they're spending the most money on, because when you have a budget, they have to prioritize certain features and then not give us others. It's 8:33 p.m., ending the day with a workout and some wearable tech. The last video was testing out all the different wearables, where we had the Samsung wearable, which is this right here, Garmin, Apple Watch, all of them. And before I normally do a workout, I roll out as recommended by PT. So this is normally the start of the workout. And the Samsung watch lineup is the Samsung Galaxy Watch and the Watch 6 Classic. The main difference between the Watch 6 and the Watch 6 Classic is just the rotating bezel, and there's also a price difference. So if we were going fully budget, we would use the regular Watch 6 because it's about $50 less expensive. And it's also a little bit smaller on the wrist, which is really nice for a workout. But the Watch 6 Classic is kind of a more versatile watch for different environments because I think it looks a little bit classier. The first question, is this cheaper Samsung ecosystem good? I would say that the watch, the tablet, and the headphones were wildly good. Like, you save a lot of money, but you still get a really great product. The phone, A35, did not impress me. Now, I know it's a lot cheaper, it's $399, which is a very stark price difference, but Scott and I noticed throughout the whole day that the camera was just rough, and the build quality isn't amazing, it's a lot of plastic. You do get a lot of the Samsung ecosystem features on a software front, which is great, and those 4 years of updates. So that's a win. And it is in a completely different price category, but I think that the phone is kind of like the integral part of an ecosystem that you build around, and so I think it is worth noting that there is a huge, stark difference. Now, Samsung ecosystem is also an open ecosystem, so you technically could use a different phone and then have all these related products, and that feels like a win to me. The second mission that we have for this video was trying out the Starbucks coffee, and that was so good. I think that's my favorite coffee shop that we've tried in any of these videos. The cold brew flight was amazing. And then number 3, finding an unknown feature that a lot of Samsung users can use. The translator feature in the earbuds feels like that feature. It's great. If you want to check out the really high-end version of the Samsung ecosystem, you can click right here, or another video that YouTube is picking out for you right here. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.